Hello friends, welcome back to another video from Shomu's Biology, and we are talking about virology lectures, and this virology lecture is all about polio virus, and it's very common, particularly in India. We all know what polio was, and we are really proud to defeat polio after so long years of fighting. It is preventable with vaccine, oral polio vaccine, but right now we are going to talk about the virus. What is the polio virus? What is the structure of polio virus? The genetic material is present in the polio virus, as well as the life cycle of poliovirus. So let's begin. What is the general properties of poliovirus? Polio or poliomyelitis is a disabling and life-threatening disease caused by poliovirus. This is the very first thing you need to know. And the virus spreads from person to person. Now, what this disease causes, you can see that it causes illness in the muscle, okay? And particularly, poliomyelitis is disabling and life-threatening disease that is caused by the poliovirus. And as I said that it can move from person to person and infect a person's spinal cord, causing paralysis. So basically poliovirus causes paralysis of specific organs of the body, particularly your limbs and legs and other body parts, and that causes really big problem, because a person with this kind of paralysis, if it happens to the internal organs that blocks the respiration and other purpose, then it will kill a person. So what is the structure of a poliovirus? You can clearly see in this site, where we know that this is an RNA virus. It carries a shell, okay, that is a viral capsid, a nucleocapsid, which is here you can see this capsid structure, inside of which we have RNA, but outside there is a shell, and outside of shell there is a membrane, and in the membrane surface there are glycoproteins. So this is a 3D image of the glycoproteins and how exactly it looks like from outside, but this is how it looks as a schematic drawing. So we know it contains a single-stranded plus sense RNA genome within an icosahedral capsid. So this capsid looks like an icosahedral structure, which is composed of 60 copies of each of 4 coat proteins. And there are 4 types of coat protein: VP1, VP2, VP3 and VP4. And 60 copies of each of this type of coat proteins are present in the poliovirus structure. So what is the genetic material? A plus sense mRNA. Plus sense mRNA, which is about 7,500 nucleotides long, okay? That is what the structure of a genetic material of poliovirus is. What is the incubation period? The incubation period for non-paralytic poliomyelitis is 3 to 6 days, okay? But for the onset of paralysis, the incubation period can be 7 to 21 days. So at the very early stage of 2-3 days and 4-5 days, still it can be non-paralytic type, because we can detect it, and if we can start the treatment, we can prevent it to cause further paralysis. The classification of this virus goes like family: Picornaviridae, genus Enterovirus, classes Picornaviridae, order Picornaviridae, kingdom Orthornaviri, and phylum Pisuviricota. And the representative human species are human poliovirus 1, human poliovirus 2 and human poliovirus 3. What is the route of transmission? Polio is transmitted through contaminated water or food, or a contact with an infected person, a person to person direct contact, or the contamination via food or water sources somehow related and linked with them. What are the symptoms of this virus? As I mentioned, many people who are infected with this, they don't have any symptom, they don't become sick, and they don't have any symptoms at the very beginning if the treatment is done. And those who have these symptoms, it develop paralysis, which can sometimes be fatal if it is done in a vital organs. And if the paralysis in the muscles, which regulates the vital organs like respiration, like regulation of respiration, in that case it can be fatal, it can be dangerous, can be deadly. The treatment includes bed rest, pain relievers and portable ventilators, which will help a person to breathe properly, because mostly, as I mentioned, the severity of the disease occurs when there is an issue with respiration because in respiration there are multiple muscles involved in the body that helps us to respire, right? So that's when comes the big problem. Now let's look at the life cycle of poliovirus. Okay, so what is the life cycle of poliovirus? This is the attachment at the very beginning. Then after the attachment, penetration is done, and penetration means here the vesicle. From the vesicle, the genetic material, that is plus stranded RNA, is out to the cytoplasm of the host cell, and now they will utilize it to make proteins. Different proteins are made, P1, P2, P3, all the structure, and different proteins are made, and these proteins are prepared in the cytosol here. And on the other hand, they also utilize the same RNA to make more and more copies, or amplification is done more copies. So you can see that at this particular moment that the translation is done. Okay, the host machinery of translation is shut off by this poliovirus, but they hijack the host machinery and they make their own necessary proteins. Okay, and once they make their own necessary proteins, they'll embed some of these proteins to the ER membrane there. Okay, and this is nucleus. Okay, this is nuclear pore complex and this is nuclear envelope. The structure is near there, and once they embed some of the proteins there, see, these are the proteins they embed already in the vesicles there, and then with the help of this mRNA, you can clearly see that they use that same mRNA to make more and more copies of plus stranded mRNA. So once they make more and more copies of plus stranded mRNA, that is one job, and they've already prepared the proteins necessary here for making the capsid structure. So now what we have the plus stranded RNA as a genetic material to package with the help of the proteins that will make the icosahedral capsid. So icosahedral capsid is prepared, but remember in this case the idea is little different, because here the vesicle that they utilize, which they took from the nuclear membrane and associated ER or endoplasmic reticulum, that vesicle is released, that vesicle is not used. So once they use that vesicle simply to make more copies of the plus stranded RNA, and they always utilize double stranded RNA during the process of making plus stranded RNA, obviously you can see that. And once they start making the icosahedral capsid packaging with the help of the capsomere proteins, then they will be released from this vesicle, and the mature virion is released. And the mature virion can take two different approach. One, it can lyse the host membrane and go out, that will kill the host cell completely dead, or the mature virion can make a vesicle by taking some portion of the cell membrane of the host cell. Okay, and they will become enveloped now when they come out. But again, after coming out, they will definitely break this membrane and come out as the virus. Like, both of this is possible. Okay, so this is how it's done. This is the life cycle of polio virus or virus that cause poliomyelitis disease. So this is a particular idea about the polio virus, the structure of polio virus, the life cycle of polio virus. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to this channel to get more and more videos like that regarding the virology lectures. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. Bye.